What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Zelda Snake 300, but you can call me Zelda Snake. And as most of you know, the 2019 season of the NFL is coming to an end soon. So with that in mind, I thought I would take a look back at the season and rank all 32 NFL jerseys based on their design and how they look. I'm going to rank each jersey starting from what I think looks the least entertaining, and then work my way to the top based on design choice. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion, and it has nothing to do with the actual teams themselves. I will mostly be focusing on just the home and away jerseys, avoiding any alternate or color rush ones, just for the sake of time. Now let's get right into it, starting with number 32. I hate to put these guys at the bottom because I actually like the Raiders, but there's a lot wrong with their jerseys. First and foremost, it's completely plain. It looks like a college jersey because there's not a single team logo on it. Even if the team wore it inside out, it would still look the same. That's how plain it is. The away jersey is just as plain because there is nothing there. If I ever saw anyone in public wearing one of these jerseys, the only thing that would indicate it's a Raiders jersey is the NFL logo, nothing else. Now, the only real difference between the Giants and the Raiders on their jerseys is the logo. At least they have the courtesy to put the logo on the jersey, but that's really it. Like the Raiders jersey, you have to go close just to indicate if it's a Giants jersey or not, but at least they have a logo on it. I'll give some credit to how the away jersey looks because at least it has another color on it, but that's really the only other main difference. Personally, I like that the home team is blue because the majority of their other home teams are also blue except for the Jets, but I really like that. Now, the reason I put the Colts right above the Giants is because I find a lot of similarities between the two designs, and I'll get into that. I don't know why, but I just see very similar shades of blue between the Giants and the Colts jerseys, because every time I watch them play, the only real difference I see are the stripes on the shoulder pads. Aside from not having a logo on their jersey, the only other real difference between the away jerseys are the minor color. And yes, another reason it's ranked so low is because there's no logo. Okay, Packers fans, please don't hate me, but I'll explain why I put this at such a low number. Don't get me wrong, this jersey design is awesome, but there are a few strikes already. First one, no logo, again. Two, it just feels like another college jersey to me, if that makes sense. Other than that, I find no problem with the design, I just really like it in general. I feel the same way about the away jersey too, so Packers fans, please don't hate me. The first problem I find with the Chiefs jersey is that it's so brightly red, I can't take my eyes off of them. Also, unlike the Packers jersey, there's no stripes on the neck area, and yet again, the team logo is also missing. One good/bad thing about this jersey is that their teammates can see each other very easily on the field, no matter the weather, but at the same time, their opponent team can also see them very easily. Their away jersey would kind of present the same problem because of the bright red numbers and sleeves, but overall, I think it's a very creative design. I just feel like it could use a few more touches here and there. Of the two Los Angeles teams, I'm actually disappointed that I put the Rams much lower, but the reason I do that is because their home jersey was actually a throwback jersey. And when I look at it, it's not that bad. Besides it missing the team logo, I don't find too many problems with it. It just feels really, really flashy in terms of colors. Like, it's a bit over the top, and I don't mean college jerseys, so that's a good thing. But when you look at the away jersey, you'll see what I mean. The team's name is on the front, they have the logos on the sides of the sleeves, the color isn't too flashy or anything, which is why I wish they stuck with the previous home jersey, which I would consider their current one. I am impressed with the new look that the Jets have, I'm just not 100% satisfied. I do like the new look because it has a sort of futuristic appeal to it, but it feels like a step back in terms of design choice. It's like as if they were avoiding authenticity and going for simplicity instead. And because of that, the away jersey makes it look like it belongs in the Air Force rather than the Jets, no pun intended. Long story short, the jersey lacks excitement compared to the previous one. I don't know what San Francisco was thinking when they were designing this jersey, but my God. With a shade of red like this, it looks like it belongs in a circus because of the stripes as well. The design isn't lacking, so that's a good thing, but every time I see it, it just makes me laugh. Oh my God. Every time I see the away jersey, I'm always asking myself, shouldn't a clown be wearing this? If they added at least the team logo and more minor color, then I would take it more seriously. The Redskins are probably on the brink of making their jerseys look professional compared to a college jersey. At least they put their team name on the front, but all they really add are two stripes in the sleeves. It just feels like it's a little too plain for me, but it's not like it's just one solid color, so that's one positive. And I hate to say this about the away jersey, but it looks like it belongs on a hot dog stand. I think in order for the jersey to look better, it needs a different color scheme and more design ideas. Now, when it comes to what I look for in NFL jerseys, we're finally getting somewhere when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings. It is a similar design compared to the Redskins because it has the stripes on the sleeves and it has the name on the front as well. Fortunately, they keep it from looking over the top, which I think is a good thing. They just add a few stripes on the sleeves. but I think it could use a little more design. And the away jersey is practically the same thing, it's just white, so it's not that bad. I know, no one likes their jersey design, but it has their name on it, so you know who it's representing, and it's brown, which is actually something that I like, since they're called the Browns. I know, not everyone is a fan of that. But when it comes to what I look for, it's not over the top, so I like that. And there's not much to say about the away jersey, because there's no real difference other than, the changing of colors. And even though I said it's not over the top, which, again, is a good thing, I think it needs a few more, minor colors just to add on, maybe the logo, but I know that's just the helmet. However, I think the design works. I don't think it's as bad as everyone else says it is, so I hope people can understand my reasoning and eventually change their mind on how they feel about the jersey. Denver has a design in which my opinion is far from perfect, but it's not bad. To me, this is a perfect balance between primary and secondary colors. Also, the team's name is on the front, so I think it's a pretty good design for a home jersey. But when I look at the away jersey, I think it looks better compared to the home jersey because of the orange line between the white and the navy blue. Again, it's not perfect, but it's not terrible. It's one of those designs where I think it has a good balance between minor color, major color, and it's not, like a college jersey either, so I think that's good. I think the Bears have a unique design that make them stand out, because I think they went their own way when it came to design, and I also like that they added GSH to their jersey, which for those who don't know, represented George Halas, who was the founder of the Bears. And because of that, I don't think they need to even put the Bears logo on the jersey to begin with. People are going to know it's a Bears jersey when they say GSH. I wish I could say the same thing about the away jersey, but every time I look at it, it looks like as if someone was in a rush when they designed it. But for being one of the oldest teams in the NFL, I think it looks really good. If American football had its own international league, this jersey would be the one that represents America. Aside from it resembling the American flag, I like that it has a logo in the back, which is actually an interesting touch. It just looks like the blue version of like a Christmas-themed jersey, which in my opinion makes the away jersey look perfect for like a snowball fight. That doesn't mean it's not a good design. I think it is. I just think there's a little room for improvement. Make it less holiday-themed and more football-themed. I feel like when it comes to a perfect design, Arizona cuts it pretty close. Logo is there, team name is there, and there's minor color placement. So far, so good. But it needs more, and I mean more enthusiasm in design. The minor color should be spread out a little more. Just look at the away jersey. The minor color, in this case being red, covers the sides, the back of the neck, and part of the sleeves. I think the best design choice for the home jersey would be just to alternate the colors from its away jersey. Keep the logo the same, of course, but just switch the white and the red. That would work perfectly. Houston is one of the many teams that have like the closest to perfect looking designs on their jerseys. This is like the almost perfect balance between coloring. Logo and team name are also there, so that's good. Another reason it's ranked here is because it's not over the top, so that's another positive. Fortunately, the away jersey is identical when it comes to switching the colors, so that's also good. Only negative I would give to the design is it just needs a little more, that's all. Jacksonville will be the only team that I'm covering all three jerseys because they wore them a lot. Starting with the alternate one, I think the minor color placement is unique. Also, placing the logo in the upper corner is an interesting choice too. I know it's not much, but it works. I think the home jersey looks pretty badass because it's so dark and cool and stuff. And I think this jersey would work best during the nighttime games. It's just how I see it. Unfortunately, their away jersey looks the most boring to me because their minor color matches the number. It's a good balance between cool and average, I just don't think it's on the perfect scale. They're not over the top though, so I'll give them that. Miami has the Dolphins. Not the greatest football team, but their jersey design is pretty great. Every time I see this jersey, it just screams the word Miami. The color scheme really stands out compared to every other team. And it's because of that they don't need any other design touches, otherwise it would look over the top in my eyes. And the away jersey works just as well too. It's the perfect summer attire, therefore it fits the Miami setting. But notice that I called it a summer attire. It doesn't feel like a football team jersey to me. Otherwise, it's an awesome look. Now this Los Angeles team goes in an interesting direction for design. Instead of placing the Chargers logo on the jersey like a sticker, they choose to make it part of the shoulder pad design. To me, that sort of shows originality when making design choices, and I really admire that. They're not trying to copy anyone else, so that's really good. I think the away jersey looks better because there's more attention to detail with the outlining colors around the player's number and their name. It also doesn't look over the top either, so it's a pretty good design overall. Pittsburgh has a sort of basic look on their jersey, but it works. And what I mean by basic is that they stick to the good old stripes on the sleeves, but they also add the team logo, so that's good. You know who the jersey represents, and the color placement has more variation between the name and the numbers on them. And a lot of other teams tend to make their player name and number the same colors, but Pittsburgh doesn't. And when you look at the away jersey, they add outlining to the player's name and the outer stripes on the sleeves. It's a pretty good design, but the perfection is far from being there. A little more design wouldn't hurt. Baltimore provides another example of original design choices. Instead of representing themselves with their team logo, like everyone else, they use the Maryland state flag. This is a genius move in design to me because it really expresses the spirit of Baltimore and represents their home like no one else does, with the exception of New Orleans. And there really isn't much that needs to be said about the away jersey either, because it literally does the same thing. So it does a good job in showing everyone who they are when they wear it, but it needs more room for like minor color. That's really it. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of this jersey for the most part. But overall, the design actually shows effort in looking enthusiastic with the coloration all over it, so that's good. It's not super flashy, which is good, but it's a little dull looking, which isn't so good. I never said it was perfect, but it isn't terrible. And the away jersey looks a bit less exciting in design because it looks like it could use the team logo. I don't think the home jersey really needs it because it would just blend in with the main color a little too much. Maybe putting the logo on the stripes at the sleeves might work. And I guess the bottom line for this jersey is that it doesn't look plain or like a college jersey, so I think that's what matters. For the most valuable team in the NFL, I expected a little more on their jersey design. I'm not saying it's bad, it's actually good. I just wish they put the team name on the front, but I do like the stars on the sleeves. The home jersey looks good, but I just can't say the same for the away one. Is it just me, or is this a step backwards compared to the home design? Where is the team name and where is the logo? It just makes the home jersey look sane by comparison, and I mean it when I say that. But at least the home jersey does very well in representing the team. That's all I can say. Whenever the Saints go marching on that field, I think they look good doing it, because this jersey looks really luxurious due to the color scheme. I'm sorry, I had to. But I also like that they used their logo, which comes from the Louisiana state flag. I like that representation choice. The away jersey presents the same problem as Dallas's away jersey, but it doesn't feel like a step back in terms of design. They're definitely missing the logo and the name on the away jersey, but it's not boring or plain either. It still works mainly because of the color scheme. Atlanta has a similar design to Arizona's jersey, but the Falcons do it way better. They use all three of their team's colors on their overall design. It's not just for the logos or the numbers, etc. It's like it has everything you need for a great design. And the away jersey swaps the colors almost perfectly. It just feels like the sleeves take away too much of the design spotlight. And this is probably what I would consider almost perfect. Fortunately, I don't think anything needs to be done to make it look better. Just keep it the way it is. Even though the Eagles jersey doesn't have as much color as Atlanta, I don't think it really needs it. The outlining on the sleeves and the neck combined with the team name and logo, they work out just fine. It's another one of those, almost perfect designs. And the away jersey does the same thing for Philly too. It just looks less fun compared to the home jersey. Another positive I will give the design is that it's very recognizable to almost every football fan whenever they see it. So if you want Philly, you get Philly when you wear this jersey. This is another team that frequently wears their alternate jersey, but I'm not going to rank it because it doesn't look that different from the other two. This home jersey looks pretty cool. The stripes add enthusiasm and the logo is clearly showing itself on the sides. Which honestly I think is better than enough for design. Any more would be over the top. And I feel the same way about the away jersey. Maybe adding the team's name would help, but that's really it. The most hated team, yet greatest dynasty in the NFL, has another close to perfect jersey design. Logo is there, team name is there, they add a silver stripe on the shoulder area. It's pretty cool. But as cool as it is, the away jersey takes it a step further. It has everything the home jersey has, but it adds a color change to the sides of the torso. And I can't blame fans for wanting a new look since they stuck with it since Brady's been with them. Please don't leave the team. but it's a nice design. Tennessee has what I think is one of the most unique looks out of nearly every team in the NFL. Their home jersey looks like it's ahead a few years of its design. Not really a futuristic look, it's more like a step ahead. The color balance works, and again, it's close to looking perfect. And it also has a way of standing out. Another trait I look for in design. And because of that, the away jersey doesn't really need any critique because I feel the same way about it as well. I think Tampa Bay has a way of standing out like Tennessee does. The only real thing that keeps it from looking perfect is the brightness of red, but it fixes that with the shoulder pad and sleeve design. Only thing I think it really needs is the logo, but at the same time it doesn't. I do think this makes the away jersey look better since white isn't as flashy on the field compared to the color red. Overall, this design is a really good and modern looking one. The Bucs should be happy with what they have. Seattle has literally the most entertaining jersey in the NFC by far. It's just so cool. Every time I look at it, it looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie. And I mean that in a good way, don't get me wrong. Like, it's got so much design, it literally screams perfection for the whole team. And the away jersey almost has the same amount of coolness to it. It's almost identical to the home jersey. I think gamers especially would like to wear this jersey because it just looks like their kind of style to me. But oh my god, I just love it. Yep, that's right. The first draft pick team gets first place in this ranking. It may be a weird reason, but bear with me. It has a logo, color variation, perfect balance and design, and it does something that no other team does to their own jerseys. They decorate their jerseys using tiger stripes that resemble actual Bengals. That screams perfection and enthusiasm to me at the same time, and I absolutely love it. And they actually stick with that design on their away jersey too. I just can't help but admire that. Even though they're not the best at winning on the field, I think they look the most entertaining to me. After all, it's just my opinion. And that is a wrap for all 32 jerseys. With the Super Bowl just hours away, it's time we say goodbye to season number 100 of the NFL. Thank you guys so much for watching, I really appreciate it. If you guys agree with this ranking or not, let me know what you think in the comments section. Congratulations to Kansas City and San Francisco, good luck to both of you. This is Zelda Snake 300 signing off.